My girlfriend's best friend shocked me with a phone call at the exact moment when I had finished all the arrangements to propose to her. She said, "I have something about your girlfriend that I need to tell you." I replied, "Go ahead." Then she said she would send it to me. When I saw it, I was stunned. But when my girlfriend found out about all this, she revealed some truths, secrets powerful enough to change everything I thought I knew. I'm a 29-year-old software project manager at a mid-sized tech company in Seattle. My name's irrelevant to this story, but what matters is that I thought I had my life figured out. Good job, decent apartment overlooking the water, and a girlfriend I was absolutely certain I'd spend the rest of my life with. Her name was Isabel. We'd been together for 3 years. She worked as a marketing coordinator for a boutique firm downtown, had this infectious laugh that could light up a room, and honestly, I'd never felt more sure about anything than I did about her. We met at a mutual friend's barbecue back in the summer of 2021, and by fall, we were inseparable. I'd been planning the proposal for 2 months. I'm talking about the whole 9 yards. I'd booked a private rooftop dinner at her favorite restaurant, arranged for a violinist, got her father's blessing over an awkward but necessary lunch, and spent nearly 3 months' salary on a ring that I knew she'd love. Round cut, platinum band. Exactly what she'd pointed out in a jewelry store window 6 months prior when she thought I wasn't paying attention. It was March 14th, 2025, a Friday. The proposal was set for the following evening, Saturday, March 15th. I was at my apartment, sitting on my couch, staring at the small velvet box on my coffee table. My phone was next to it. I'd just confirmed everything with the restaurant for the 5th time that week. I was nervous, excited, terrified in the best possible way. Then my phone rang. The caller ID said Vanessa. That was Isabel's best friend since college. They were close, like, talk every single day close. I'd met Vanessa dozens of times at dinners, parties, and random hangouts. She was friendly enough, though I always got the sense she was protective of Isabel in a way that made me feel like I was constantly being evaluated. "Hey, Vanessa," I answered, trying to keep my voice casual. "What's up?" There was a pause. Then, "Hey, I need to talk to you. It's about Isabel." My stomach dropped. "Is she okay? Did something happen?" "She's fine," Vanessa said quickly. "Physically, I mean. But, look, this is really hard for me to say. I've been debating whether to tell you for weeks now, and I can't keep this from you anymore." I sat up straighter. "Tell me what?" "I can't explain it over the phone. I'm going to send you something. Just look at it and call me back." Before I could respond, she hung up. I stared at my phone, heart pounding. About 30 seconds later, a text came through. It was a video file. I opened it. The video was shaky, clearly filmed on someone's phone at a bar or club. The lighting was dim, music thumping in the background. It took me a second to focus, but then I saw her. Isabel. She was wearing the black dress she'd told me she wore to a work event 2 weeks ago, February 28th. She'd said it was a client appreciation night and that I couldn't come because it was employees only. In the video, she wasn't alone. She was with a guy. Tall, dark hair, fitted shirt. They were standing close, too close. His hand was on her waist. She was laughing, leaning into him. And then, as I watched, she kissed him. Not a peck. A full, lingering kiss. The video was only 15 seconds long, but it felt like an eternity. I watched it 3 more times, hoping I'd somehow misunderstood, that maybe it wasn't her, that the lighting was playing tricks. But no, it was Isabel. No question. I called Vanessa back immediately. "Where did you get this?" I demanded. "A friend of mine was at that same bar that night," Vanessa said quietly. "She recognized Isabel and sent it to me. I didn't know what to do. I kept thinking maybe it was just a one-time thing, a stupid mistake. But then I started noticing things. The way she talks about this guy from her office, how she's been on her phone more than usual. I think it's been going on for a while." "Who is he?" "His name's Brandon. He's one of the clients at her firm. I think he owns some startup or something. I don't know much else." I couldn't breathe. My mind was racing. Tomorrow. I was supposed to propose to her tomorrow. "Does she know you're telling me this?" I asked. "No. And honestly, she's going to hate me for it. But you deserve to know." I thanked her, though I'm not sure why. Then I hung up and just sat there, staring at the engagement ring on the table. Update 1: I didn't sleep that night. I kept replaying the video in my head, dissecting every detail. I thought about calling Isabel immediately, confronting her, demanding answers. But something stopped me. I wanted to see if she'd lie to my face. The next morning, Saturday, the day of the planned proposal, I texted her like everything was normal. Me. Hey babe, still on for tonight? Her response came 10 minutes later. Isabel, of course. Can't wait. What should I wear? I told her something nice, but not too formal. She sent back a heart emoji. I spent the entire day in a fog. I went to the gym, trying to burn off the rage and confusion. I called my brother, told him everything. He said I should cancel the dinner, confront her now. But I didn't. I had to see this through. By 6:30 p.m., I was dressed in a suit, standing outside the restaurant. The rooftop was beautiful, string lights, candles, the Seattle skyline glowing behind us. The violinist was there, tuning his instrument. Everything was perfect. Except nothing was. Isabel arrived at 7 p.m. sharp. She looked stunning in a deep red dress, hair done up, smile bright. This is amazing, she said, kissing me on the cheek. You really outdid yourself. We sat down, ordered wine, made small talk. She was animated, telling me about her week, some project at work, a funny thing Vanessa had said. I barely heard any of it. Halfway through the appetizer, I couldn't take it anymore. Isabel, I said, interrupting her mid-sentence. I need to ask you something. She looked up, confused. Okay. Where were you on February 28th? Her face didn't change. Work event, remember? Client appreciation thing. Right? And it was just coworkers? Yeah. What? I pulled out my phone and placed it on the table. Video paused on the screen. Then who's this? Her eyes flicked to the phone. I watched her face carefully. For a split second, there was panic. But then, just as quickly, it was gone, replaced by something I couldn't quite read. Where did you get that? She asked, voice low. Answer the question. She sat back, folding her arms. That's Brandon. He's a client. Didn't look like just a client to me. It was one kiss, she said. I was drunk. It didn't mean anything. One kiss. How long has this been going on, Isabel? There's nothing going on, she snapped. It was a mistake. That's it. I laughed bitterly. You're really going to sit here and lie to me? Her jaw tightened. Then, to my surprise, she leaned forward, eyes sharp. You want the truth? She said. Fine. Yes, I kissed him. Yes, we've talked more than we probably should have. But do you know why? I didn't respond. Because you're boring, okay? You're safe. You're predictable. You do everything by the book. And I love you, I do. But sometimes I need to feel alive. Her words hit me like a freight train. So that's it. I said, voice shaking. You got bored and decided to cheat. I didn't cheat, she said. It was just a kiss. Just a kiss, I repeated. Right. I stood up, tossed some cash on the table. We're done. Wait, she said, standing too. Where are you going? I didn't answer. I just walked away, leaving her standing there on that perfect rooftop, surrounded by candles and string lights, and everything I'd planned for a future that no longer existed. Update 2: I didn't hear from Isabel that night. Or the next morning. I figured she was giving me space. Or maybe she was with Brandon. I didn't know and didn't care. By Sunday afternoon, I'd moved the engagement ring to the back of my sock drawer. I didn't want to look at it. Then, around 3 p.m., my phone rang. It was Isabel. We need to talk, she said, no greeting. I think we said everything we needed to say. No, she said firmly. We didn't. Meet me at the coffee shop on Pine Street. 1 hour. She hung up before I could respond. I almost didn't go, but curiosity got the better of me. When I arrived, she was already there, sitting in the back corner, 2 cups of coffee on the table. She looked tired, eyes red, like she'd been crying. I sat down without saying anything. I talked to Vanessa, she said. Good for you. She told me she sent you that video. Yeah, she did. Isabel took a breath. I need to tell you something. And you're not going to like it. I already don't like any of this, so go ahead. She hesitated, then, Brandon isn't just some random client. He's my ex-boyfriend from college. I blinked. What? We dated for 2 years. It ended badly. I hadn't seen him in almost 6 years. Then, last December, he showed up as a new client at my firm. I didn't even know he'd moved to Seattle. And you didn't think to mention this to me? I didn't think it mattered, she said. At first, it was just professional. But then we started talking more, and old feelings came back. I leaned back, stunned. So you've been emotionally cheating on me for months? No. Yes. I don't know, she said, frustration creeping in. It's complicated. It's not complicated, Isabel. You either want to be with me or you don't. She looked down at her coffee. That's the thing. I do want to be with you. But there's something else you need to know. What now? She pulled out her phone, scrolled for a second, then slid it across the table. It was a bank statement. Look at the deposits, she said. I scanned the screen. There were several large deposits over the past 3 months. $5,000, $8,000, $10,000. What is this? I asked. Brandon's been giving me money. My blood went cold. Why? Because I'm in debt, she said quietly. Student loans, credit cards. I owe almost $90,000. I didn't want you to know. I didn't want you to think I was a mess. So you took money from your ex-boyfriend? He offered. He said he wanted to help. And I was desperate. I pushed the phone back toward her. This is insane. I know, she said, voice breaking. I know it is. But there's more. More? She looked me dead in the eye. He's been blackmailing me. Update 3. I stared at her, trying to process what she'd just said. Blackmailing you? How? Isabel wiped her eyes. After that night at the bar, the night we kissed, he told me he had pictures of us together in compromising positions. What do you mean, compromising? We went back to his place, she admitted. I was drunk. I don't remember everything, but I know we slept together. I felt like the floor had dropped out from under me. You slept with him? I said, voice hollow. I didn't want to, she said quickly. I mean, I did, in the moment, but I regretted it immediately. And then he started using it against me. He said if I didn't keep seeing him, he'd send the pictures to you. To my boss. To everyone. Why didn't you tell me? Because I was scared, she shouted, drawing looks from other customers. She lowered her voice. I was scared you'd leave me. I was scared I'd lose my job. I was scared of everything. I sat there, silent, trying to piece together the nightmare in front of me. So let me get this straight, I said slowly. You cheated on me. You took money from your ex. And now he's blackmailing you. And you thought the best course of action was to just keep lying. I didn't know what else to do. How about telling the truth? I said, standing. How about coming to me before any of this got out of control? I'm sorry, she sobbed. I'm so sorry. I looked at her, this person I thought I knew, and felt nothing but exhaustion. I can't do this, I said. I can't be with someone who lies to me like this. Please, she begged. I'll fix it. I'll go to the police. I'll go to the police, Isabel. Get a lawyer. Do whatever you need to do. But leave me out of it. I walked out of the coffee shop and didn't look back. Final update, it's been 3 months since that day. Here's what happened. Isabel did go to the police. She filed a report against Brandon for extortion and sexual coercion. Turns out, she wasn't the only one. 2 other women came forward with similar stories. Brandon's startup collapsed. Last I heard, he's facing multiple charges and his lawyer's scrambling. Isabel moved back to her parents' house in Oregon. We spoke once, about a week after everything came out. She apologized again, said she was getting therapy, trying to rebuild her life. I wished her well. I meant it. But I also made it clear we were done. There was no coming back from this. Vanessa reached out a few times, apologizing for causing all this. I told her she didn't cause anything. She just revealed what was already there. We're still on decent terms. As for me, I'm doing okay. Sold the engagement ring. Used the money to take a solo trip to Iceland. It helped clear my head. Started seeing a therapist too, working through trust issues, figuring out what I want moving forward. I'm not dating yet. I'm not ready. But I'm not bitter either. Just careful. Looking back, I think the hardest part wasn't the betrayal itself. It was realizing how long I'd been blind to it. How many signs I'd missed. How much I'd convinced myself everything was perfect when it clearly wasn't. Love makes you stupid sometimes. But it also teaches you. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's that the right person won't make you question your reality. They won't make you feel like you're not enough. And they sure as hell won't lie to you while you're planning a future together. So yeah. That's my story. The proposal that never happened. The relationship that imploded. The life I thought I had, gone in an instant. But honestly, I'm better off. Edit 1. A few people have asked if I ever found out what happened to the ring I was supposed to give Isabel. I sold it to a jeweler for about 60% of what I paid. Hurt like hell at the time, but I didn't want it sitting in my apartment, reminding me of everything. Edit 2. Someone DM'd asking if I think Isabel was telling the truth about the blackmail. Honestly, I don't know. Part of me believes her. Part of me thinks it was just another excuse. Either way, it doesn't change what she did. The lies, the cheating, the The hiding. It all happened, regardless of Brandon's role. Edit 3 for those wondering. No, I haven't spoken to Isabel since that one call 3 months ago. And no, I don't plan to. Some doors are better left closed.